Hi, my name is Morgan, and I am the DM for the Butterflies of Fortune podcast.
Hey guys, my name is Charlie, and I'm playing Delphinium, known by all of her friends as Delphi. She is a nymph druid embodying the energy of botanical plants and herbs. She's wild, raised in nature, and many call her feral, which is only emphasized by her long hair made of vines and collected flowers and feathers. Her clothes are typically also made of collected materials like moss, sustainability queen, or stolen leathers that offset her sage green skin and large seafoam green cat eyes. She's also illiterate, unless...
Hey, I'm Shelby, and I play Saradoth, a tiefling artificer. She wears a black crop top with work pants, black goggles. She's red with dirty brown hair and tiny horns. She has tattoos across her chin, her nose bridge, and under her eyes.
Hello, I'm Andrea. I play Algol, a high elf druid. Algol has warm ivory skin and wears flowy red hair and pants with a fitted brown top with gold accents connected by matching red flowy sleeves. She has long wavy brown hair with gold jewelry adorning both her face and hair.
Hello, I am Jordan. I play Percy, a gift sorcerer. They are a humanoid hippo who is currently 9 foot 8 inches, and they have grayish gold skin. They wear a dark green vest and pants with a dark green coat that has gold embroidery over it.
Hey guys, I'm Autumn. I play Walnut. He's a 6-foot-tall pink fairy paladin with short pink hair, glittered skin, and typically doesn't wear a shirt. What's a little strange about Walnut's appearance is his wings are only 5 centimeters long, despite him being 6 feet tall. Walnut is the embodiment of nostalgic childhood glitter, sparkles, and magic.
Roots dig deep into the crop-covered plains where the corruption of enterprise has begun to sink in like a poison. The goddess's tree looms over a city ruled by her divine chosen, where the arcane frontier surges tirelessly forward. The Yaroksova's bare feet stand on polished marble as his eyes scan the onyx-colored beach of the city prided on opulence in grandeur. A fracture lays beneath the feet of the queen who sits upon a throne of secrets, ruler of a lawless city. The disgraceful acts committed by those in the underbelly of the leveled city are met with belligerent indifference from those above. In a world of rebirth that followed an era of arcana-infused natural disasters, the residents of Deasof lived in a state of peaceful bliss. This tranquility was quickly interrupted upon the revelation that the ruins of the past were the foundation for their present lives. The race is out for the resources and information of old. 5 adventurers become unwitting victims of fate as they are drawn together for a job, their meeting being the flap of a butterfly wing that causes a hurricane of consequences far into the future.
You guys spend a bit of time getting ready, taking your showers, getting washed up and cleaned up. Make sure that you are presentable for the occasion of getting invited to essentially the highest noble in the city currently, a lovely private party that they are throwing. As you guys make your way up, as I stated before, to this more like upper levels of Fissuran, it gets fancier and fancier as you ascend, up to the point where you can see the glass dome that sits over the top of the fissure in the earth that still lets in plenty of light, but still protects the crack itself from the elements. As you guys head up to this very top layer of the earthen city, you guys walk. You were given a specific address on the invitation, and as you show up, there is actually like independent guards sitting at the front, so they don't wear the normal attire of the town guards. They each wear a very fancy, like dark blue shaded metal armor that has a hand reaching up to some stars on it as a crest on the like left breast area of the armor. As you guys go up, they ask you to present your invitation, and you do, and are ushered into the Fenkara residence. The first thing that hits you guys as soon as you walk in is the smell of honey. The just general atmosphere of this place is eloquence and just extraordinary wealth. As you go in, you can tell that there's just been general enchantments cast across the entire residence itself to make this pleasant smell everywhere you walk, as well as the lighting just is that at that perfect level where you can clearly see everything, but it's not super overwhelming on the eyes. As you walk through, you see portraiture of a bunch of different elven figures as you walk through, as well as a bunch of very fancy looking statues in various alcoves along the lines of the hallways that seemingly spread out in all directions. But the most impressive feature of this noble housing is the fact that the roof is made out of clear glass. You can actually see the sky, the night stars lighting up, instead of the normal rock which sits above. You are led to the main ballroom by one of the servants that live here. As soon as the doors open, you are greeted by a short gnomish man in a very fancy, like, three-piece suit, who leads you through many corridors and a winding path before going to a ballroom. The doors swing wide open into a large foyer. The previously flat glass roof opens up into a large dome that is almost made out of different colored glass pieces that seem to reflect the light into a veritable rainbow of colors in this room, as you see about 100 people in this large enclosure. You see that there's large banquet tables on either main side of the room filled with different kinds of food, fruit, meat, some lovely bread. You can see that there's also these fountains that are overflowing with different colored juices and alcohols. As you guys walk up, there is a lot of people very eloquently dressed, and you see at the head of the room there is Nuovus Finkar, the chairman of the Helion court. You see that he is currently wearing a white, almost dress-like garment that has hand-stitched into it different golden patterns of flowers. On the left side and on the right, there's this beautiful creature that almost looks like a weird mix of a deer mixed with a very large fuzzy beast, almost like a bear. Delphi, you recognize this creature.
Is it giant? It's huge.
Yep.
Is it? Completely recognize?
You completely recognize what this creature, what this depiction is based off of.
Wait, what it is?
Yeah.
Or who it is?
It's an Umbragriffix.
But not the.
That's the general form that they can all take, though their fur would be different colors depending on their lineage. But yeah, you recognize that.
Does she recognize the lineage of the colors?
Do I know?
It's a golden stitched pattern.
She's gonna keep this one to herself for now.
Yeah. Cool.
Less than this question, but what? Sorry, I was dying.
And as soon as he sort of clocks you guys walking in, go ahead and describe what you look like. We can start with Walnut.
Alright. So, Walnut is a very tall man, right? So, you can picture, slightly below his, neck area.
It's a maternity dress. Fluffy tulle with 100 layers that's all bunched up into little
it's
bunches.
dramatic. It's behind him, and then he's got one leg sticking out, but he can't really walk with heels. So
He's wearing heels!
Love it.
He's got a bow tie too, with this big fluffy dress with
That's as fluffy as a dress.
yes, that's fluffy. He did his hair. He gave it a blow out. So
Does his hair match the dress?
it does. Well, it's a little lighter, but it's the hottest pink you've ever seen.
You've ever seen.
It was a maternity robe.
Next up is Percy walking through the door.
Percy's wearing like a 3-piece coat. It's all very dark green, but the vest is detailed with gold stuff that's just kind of like abstract patterns, and then the overcoat has gold detailing that is in the pattern of like willow trees going across his vest.
Absolutely wonderful. Next up is our lovely green tribe.
So Delphi's got like picture like Jessica Rabbit type silhouette, but like it's green, like a darker like forest green with kind of like a flowy cape coming down from the back, but it's got that real like low back, and then like gold botanical detailing up and down the dress at like different points, just kind of like decorating it, and then normal mane leaf, whatever the heck is going on with her hair, but maybe she like put like a couple little like gold feathers or something in it to like accessorize.
Music. Saradoth is up next.
Saradoth is wearing like a black blouse with like probably like dress pants and more like dress boots. She probably tried heels and it didn't work out. And then a coat over with a hood and like bell sleeves with a lot of like detailing and buttons and like gold buttons, but like the whole outfit is black.
If I can interject, Delphi is barefoot. I forgot to mention that. Can't see her feet, so she's like, it doesn't matter.
Percy's still strapped up. He's got his guns under the coat.
Straps. Keep that thing on me.
Last but not least, Algol.
So Algol is wearing a long dress, very elegant dress made of very expensive fabric with a cutting-edge leg. The dress is bright red with an open neck and long sleeves that gather at the back with a layer of transparent lace. On the back of, on her neck, she has a lace necklace that goes from below her chin to above her chest, filled with red jewels. Her companion Mithra has a top hat with a rose and a little bow tie, both matching Algol's dress perfectly.
Okay, Percy also has Tiny on one shoulder with a tiny little like book bow tie, and then his badger on the other shoulder with also like a little bow tie that matches his coat.
I love it. I also love the fact that when Charlie saw Algol's dress, she looked like she needed to take a break in another room for a second.
That dress is insane. Like, if we can post that somewhere, that dress is crazy.
Absolutely wonderful.
We're doing a little art, aren't we?
Yeah.
So now post it on the Twitters when it's the Twitter and Instagram once the episode comes out.
So you guys walk in just to behold probably the largest group of well-dressed individuals any of you has ever seen. I mean, most of you guys aren't necessarily floating around in nobility circles or anything like that, so the sheer presence of wealth and power in this room is almost a little overwhelming at this point. But as that feeling begins to settle over you guys, you see Nuovis make eye contact with you all approaching in through this main door into the foyer, and he begins to walk over to you, gently weaving through the groups of people that are gathered in little clusters of 3 to 4 people, all chattering about random political things as well as just day-to-day stuff of being in the upper class and just really being able to do whatever you want on a day-to-day basis. As Nuovis walks to you guys, he gently waves as his dress sort of flows behind him through the crowd. As he comes up to you guys, I am very glad that you all could make it. I am sorry for the very last-minute invitation, but I hope you all did not feel too terribly rushed.
No, of course not. It's not.
Not at all. That's half of our hairs are drooping.
Well, I hope you all enjoy the festivities. Like I said in my letter, I, want to be able to do as much as I can to help with my lovely sister-in-law, but unfortunately my hands are tied to a certain degree, as I'm sure you all overheard in the court.
What's Milton wearing?
Milton? Oh, I forgot to describe Milton. Milton is very similarly dressed to you, Percy, with a very deep phthalo green suit. His shirt is like a deep black, and instead of willow tree ornamentation on his, he actually has a bunch of little golden stars lining the arms of his jacket suit. And then you see that there's just a very simple, like floral decoration going on in a very, honestly, a very similar, like hand-stitched style to Nuovis's dress. Yeah, he follows in behind. He has a little golden bow tie as well.
Oh.
As he comes in, his hair very much slicked back. You can tell that he combs his beard and making sure everything. He did not.
Juan's gonna walk up to the man that we were talking to, the brother-in-law,
Yes.
and he goes, I have a question for you.
Of course, ask away.
How did you get so much money?
How did I get so much money? Well, that is a story that starts a very long time ago. Very soon after the collapse, obviously, the founding of the city of Fissuran occurred. The first Valerian mines were found, and my family at the time had a small amount of money at the time, but it wasn't necessarily a fortune that would befit our current status. But we were able to establish the Terran Mining Company. We are the main proprietor of that company, so that has just sort of grown exponentially over time to lead us to the point we are at now.
I went to law school.
That's wonderful. Which law school?
Law of the Fae, Wild Academy.
I cannot say that I've heard of it myself.
I haven't heard of them.
Are you new to the city?
Yes.
No. Well, then that would probably explain it.
You don't like New to the city.
I'm not. I've been here for a very long time.
I'm sorry.
Why?
I like to go places.
That is very fair. Mostly a homebody myself.
How old is this dude?
How old is this dude? You're not exactly sure, but considering the fact that he's elven and his family has been around in the city for a while, you would guess probably over 200.
How old's his wife?
I don't know.
Have I met his wife before?
Maybe he likes
You do know that she has an older sister, but you never really asked how much because you got the vibe that they don't really get along very well.
Okay.
You distinctly remember. Yeah, you do distinctly remember one conversation because I feel like with the amount of time that you have worked for Lady Genevieve, there's definitely been a few times in which she's gotten a little drink happy and had you like hang out with her essentially while she was sobering up. And I feel like at that point she probably like divulged at some point that her sister tried to essentially get her to additionally like marry into one of the upper noble families, because the Genevieve family is that very much like bottom to middle row of the nobles. She's not like a very important noble, but her sister was able to marry super high up, and she tried to use that to also get Fiona to marry up, but Fiona did not necessarily feel inclined to do that. She wants to try and further the name herself rather than marrying into another name. So she stayed behind and has been trying to build up her house essentially independently by herself right now. So he'll sort of continue guys. You are more than welcome to partake in any of the drink or food here. Have a good time. There's some spare bedrooms in just about any direction that you can find in case you find anybody that you particularly enjoy. Just make sure to clean up after yourselves. But yeah, enjoy the festivities. And he'll turn around and begin to walk away.
Rich people are scary.
I'm gonna Google the drink.
Awesome. On that note, everybody just go ahead and make a general perception check for me. Where did my dice go?
I got 18.
Wait. Plus 8.
Oh, shit.
I got 7.
I also got a 7.
Who?
We're just starting to rock around. I got a 27.
Wonderful.
I got a 10.
I got a 22.
Who all got above a 13?
I got a 20.
Two.
All I needed was 13.
Cool. So, Percy and Saradoth, both of you guys are just generally like enraptured and pretty much focusing on trying to sort of settle yourselves in this very large group of people. Percy, you recognizing the fact that you are here on behalf of your employer, so there's a certain degree of eloquence that you must project here. Saradoth, you are sort of still trying to gather your thoughts for a very different reason, of the fact that you haven't necessarily experienced this kind of thing before and are very much out of your depth in almost encompassing everything the opposite of this, of eloquence and order. You very much are a person who is very scrappy and had to make things work one way or another.
Blood before this. And potato skin.
The other three of you, though, Delphi, Walnut, and Algol, you do notice particularly that the other four members of the Helion Council are also here. As you had previously theorized, there might be. It seems like it's generally just a meeting of the high society of Fissuran. There are a lot of very important people in this room, and if you rub shoulders with somebody, there is a chance that they are important to the functioning of the city in some aspect or the other. You all particularly notice that Vimir Raytheron, the slightly younger looking elf with the short, spiky white hair, is off in a corner. You see that he is in a, as well, he is in a white button down that is very crisp and well ironed, covered in a golden vest going into golden, sort of almost scintillating and sparkly pants with some white dress shoes on underneath. And you see that he is looking directly at you, Algol. Not necessarily hostilely, but out of everybody in the room, he's paying a lot of attention to you.
I'm drinking at the moment, right? Okay, I'm gonna take a shot of something. I'm gonna be like, fuck, let's get this over. And I'm gonna walk up to him.
My bad, I'm pulling dice out. I still haven't had dice out. Give me 1 second. Once you ask him, how have we met before? Just respond, well, you were in the courtroom when I believe your friends teleported onto our table. So all 5 of you are now sort of familiar faces in our courtroom.
I see. Yes. I was in fact there. So you're the one that brought
No, Finkara, the very tall, lanky, snooty one.
So what is your business? What are you doing?
What is my business here?
Yes.
Unfortunately, this is the spot I ended up at. The Raytheron family is one of the more wealthy families in town, and I would prefer to be in other stations, but alas, since I am so young and the youngest of my family, I got put in this court rather than other places.
Do you want to play a game with me? I think it could be quite fun. If you like a little adventure.
The game?
I'm gonna take out my little dagger. So I'm gonna be like, yes, also I'm gonna be like, don't you worry. Come over here with me, I'll show you.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring the dagger and I'm gonna put my hand and I'm gonna be hearing. I imagine there's music in this bar.
Oh,
no?
yeah. No,
Okay.
there's in the corner, there's a, not a full symphony, but there's extreme amount of instruments. There's like a massive bass there. There's a full like massive harp that's several feet tall. There's some violins there, as well as just some other instruments as well.
So do you like music?
I mean, I don't dislike music as much as the next person.
You're familiar with dancing?
Yeah.
And rhythm?
Yes.
Perfect. Then you'll be quite fond of this game.
What was his reaction to the knife getting
Just the dagger. I think you're quite a detective now. Let's see. So I put my hand down, and I put my fingers wide.
Yeah.
I get my dagger, and I start playing, and going to the rhythm of the music while I'm talking to him. And I'm gonna be like, this is a very simple game. You just dance along with the rhythm of the music with your dagger without stabbing your finger.
Wonderful.
No, you know, that's sexy. It's not supposed to be sexy. It's not sexy. I said I'm drunk and I just want to have fun because it's been a rough day
Wonderful.
for me.
So go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage because you are intoxicated right now.
You must stop yourself from this man. It'd be so funny. Pick a different die for the love of God. No, put that one down. It's been no good to you. Okay, wait. I need that one, a 6 and a 4. I think you should do it different. Okay, wait. I can go again. Wait. What? Wait, no.
Well, you roll a disadvantage because you do roll again, but you still take the lower number.
It could get worse. 18! No me caigo en la plata. Okay. So it's 6.
6. You, as you are going, at first it's definitely like going smoothly as the tempo of the song generally is like, it's sort of like a slow dance song going on right now as people are sort of mingling in this middle area. But then after a few seconds, it kicks up into a higher tempo, and as you are trying to keep up with it, you definitely scrape the knife blade across sort of like the back of your knuckles for a second and take like 2 points of slashing damage. As you go through and continue on, you do get through without too much of an issue because you're not going too fast. And
So I'm gonna grab my hand and I'm gonna lick the blood from it. I'm like, oh, I did it kind of good there. I'm actually surprised. I'm gonna grab another shot and just whoop, and then I'm gonna be like, okay, now your turn, sir.
alright. So you just, and he starts keeping up with the tempo, going through. And you see he accomplishes this challenge without too much difficulty, just goes through. And you see that he's able to go pretty fast at this, and it seems like he is just hitting almost perfectly between the fingers with expert speed as he goes through before sort of finishing at the crescendo of the song and taking the knife with the blade in his hand and offering it back the handle. You're like, it was a fun game.
Wow, you actually did pretty good. I hand him a shot and I'm like,
He'll
cheers.
take it and clink glasses before taking it down.
And then, yeah. Oh my
Be
god.
like, so I was informed by one of my fellow chairmen that you work for the Grand Radiance.
Look, what's happening here stays here.
Okay.
It depends on who's asking.
I am asking. This is not to. I would assume that you're allowed to get. Are you on business for her right now?
I am affecting business with her.
I would assume that you're allowed to fulfill your heart's desires when you're on duty, as long as it's not directly interfering with your job.
I like your style. Alright, yes, so what I'm working on, I can tell you what I can tell you. I'm working with the team. And with that said, I am trying to have a break from work-related stuff. I've had a day, and I would rather talk about literally anything else, and therefore, here's another shot, and let's drink.
I'll take another shot with you. Like, well, I guess I can be amenable to talking about things other than work, as I have to think about the problems of this city all too often.
This city is definitely not a good
quiet state right now, which is sad. Visited the city before, it's just I've never seen such a down spiral.
I do. I hate to, have to do the things that I believe is right as far as the situation is considered. I don't necessarily have any ill will towards the people of the strip, but don't necessarily know exactly what they're capable of, so we have to take the measures that we see fit to protect the people that are under our jurisdiction.
And what do you think?
Exactly what I pushed for in the courtroom today. Sending guards down the mile.
And who do you think that's
I think that's going to protect the people that I care about.
the people that you care about? Sometimes you have to look at the bigger picture and see that not only are you trying to save the people that you care about, but you're trying to save everyone around there. And you can't do that. And you find yourself in a situation where you are in this and find yourself making stupid, dumb decisions, which I will not judge. But I can definitely take into account and say that I personally believe that that is not your selfish issue, and therefore you think you're doing some sort of justice here by protecting the people when you're also just only putting more damage. I'm just going at it with this kind of
That is a very considerate opinion, and I
open your eyes to it.
Could be stupid. Stupid dumb.
And
saying that it would not be the best idea to push in there as a individual who works for the Grand Radiance. If there are people that you perceived to be as a threat to the person you work for, would you not occupy where you thought that threat was?
that's a good question. Where are you?
Well, they have refused to accept the help of the city at large over many years. They have liked to maintain their own rule, if you will, instead of accepting to be a part of the greater project that is this lovely city. They wish to be ungoverned by us, and to me that is threatening.
The greater good of who? Of you? Of your politics, of your beliefs? Just because they want to be independent, because what you are doing is currently not helping them, their situation, or taking into consideration their business and their family, so why would they come to you? And if you want to be so welcome to them, you go there and attack them, making them feel less welcome, so they wouldn't go to you, and they wouldn't trust you. So what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Because you don't want to gain their trust. You don't want them to join forces with you. Yet you criticize them for not wanting to do that when you're attacking them. So what are you trying to accomplish here?
Well,
I think you need to think about what you're doing carefully and consider all situations, because if you ask me, you're seeing this in a very selfish and very privileged point of view, and you need to keep in mind that not everyone lives like you, sir, with your very tidy outfit in this big ballroom, eating the biggest meals imaginable and having everything at the palm of your fingertips.
go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
Hey, who are we supposed to kill / get rid of?
It's Vimir Rayfarron, the person that Algol was talking to.
Okay.
Nuovus Finkara,
Supposed to kill him?
Fiona's
We just need to get rid of
brother-in-law,
him somewhere.
as well as Ivana Paldieri, who was the woman in the mask who you just learned was the person who got Azrith kicked out, essentially, of her seat as Grand Augur.
And they got a 24.
You see, he sits there, and you very much get the feedback of this is a person who has not been criticized a lot in their life, and somebody who has not only been told that they're right their entire life, but fully believes that they're right in every decision that they make. Just process being not only just like talked to and told, like, hey, you're thinking wrong, but also having a very good explanation for the reasons why. Sitting there for a second. And
I'm just gonna walk away from him. I just told him all that, and I'm like, that's good.
Just go wobble away. Oh my god.
No. I have composure. Please, we're elegant here. We're maybe a little Jack Sparrow walk across the room, but it's like we're okay.
I just start like going around the alcohol.
Hey, I have my bear. I can just hold on to me and be like, I'm
Your bear was there the whole time. Your bear was just looking like, get it!
tell him! But, so are you just gonna walk away?
I'm just gonna
She's gonna find us a drink.
and I'm just gonna be like, have a good day. I just walk away, go grab another drink. I won't drink it, but I will have it in my hand just when I'm prepared for the next sip, you know?
In case you start feeling a little bit sober, you can
Yeah, immediately.
After a few minutes of you two just generally calming down and sort of getting your bearings in the situation, you also notice that all the members of the Helion Council are indeed here.
Hey. Do we have something? No! Why not?
Well, what if we convince them otherwise to leave? We can just avoid all these other plans we've been making and just...
Okay, but what if the people we need here have literally kicked out the other council member for drugs?
I know that I don't have anything, so let's go for this plan. And then... No, I don't...
We can play rumors.
My dried blood, I don't have that anymore. You've taken it away. I had to take a shower.
What?
I had to take a shower.
Juana is good at spreading rumors. Oh, he's great.
Well, yeah, no,
Oh.
we should... I feel like we best to see...
Well, the Pittsburgh rumors and sound like he's not trying to spread anything at all.
Let's just see.
You're right. You're so right.
We only need to convince 3 of them to change their minds. So
3 out of 5! That's the majority!
Dad, let's just give it a shot.
Okay, but also spread rumors.
Because if it doesn't work, we can just go and, fuck up things, and then it will be fine.
I'll say, everybody go ahead and make another perception check.
Another one. That would cost.
Or insight. Either one.
My insight.
It will
My
be,
insight is so much better.
it will be different information.
I'll do your 16.
Oh!
I will say it is different information.
Put those away!
I got a 6.
22.
There.
22? Hell yeah.
No, you don't get it.
On insight.
18 perception. 20
7.
of.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with
Never mind, it doesn't matter.
A bad score either.
No.
I got a 22 on insight.
I'll do perception then for 16.
16. Wonderful.
Because I don't think I'm too insightful on this life that's currently happening around me.
So, you two, with your pretty high perception checks, do notice this short conversation between Vamir, Rayfarron, and Algol, your party member. And you do know, you sort of noticed that the vibe of the conversation did very much seem like he was getting told off about something, and him sort of just processing that for a second. And then you do see him begin to walk over to the half-orc man, who you guys now know to be the Presect Yambul, one of the other heads of the Helion court. And you see him beginning to talk to him. Yeah. And you see them begin to talk.
I want to go approach somebody who didn't.
What did I do?
What?
You said it.
Yes. So you did notice that just the people in this room in general are seeming to keep an eye on you guys, not necessarily in a we expect these people to do anything, but in an aspect of this is a meeting of a bunch of people of high society. You get the sense that this is a thing they probably do often, and that it's a similar group of people most of the time, and that you guys are people that are not often on that list. So people are sort of clocking you a lot and paying attention to you all as you're moving your way separately throughout this space. Though none of it seems to be necessarily hostile right now. So Saradoth, you said you were trying to find somebody that was one of the two that you are essentially not on the hit list.
Yeah. Well, no. I want to find one of the ones that is. I want to try and change their mind.
Okay.
I want to go talk with them. Maybe because they're so rich that they need some point of view on people who aren't.
I think Delphi should talk to the head of the party because you know about her.
I'm scared to talk to him.
So you do know that there are three that were essentially.
I'll go talk to one of them.
As far as you know, the three that are sort of more against the strip gaining independence is Nuova's Finkara. There is Vimire Farron, who's the individual that Algol just talked to, and there is also Pildiri Ivana, who is the woman with the mask and white hood. What I will say is really the only person that you're seeing here who is not changed and dressed up in really changed appearance for it. She is still wearing her very concealing white robe with the hood falling very far over, with a sun pattern on the back in gold, and her lace white and gold mask that sits over the top half of her face. So you do see that Vimire Farron is currently talking to one of the other council members. So the two that are currently alone are Paldiri and Nuovus.
I'm gonna go talk to. The girl looks kind of scary, religious-like, so I'm gonna go to the elf guy.
That's right.
She looks like she'll try to indict me into a cult or something. So I'm a little frightened.
Well, yeah. You head up to Nuovus, who's just sort of talking with random people, but as you sort of approach, she splits off from them. She's like, Saradoth, are you enjoying the party?
Who's talking to me? Sorry, the phone.
Nuovus, the person.
No, oh, no, okay. I think so. I've never been to a place like this. I don't know. It's weird.
Well,
it's crazy.
I hope this is a good first experience up here. There's a lot to offer.
Like what?
Well, first of all, you actually have a view of the lovely night sky. Getting to see the stars every night is a plus. You got it?
I can't believe you just said that.
But additionally to that, there's...
I mean, I don't get out much usually, so I wouldn't see the night sky even if I was up here.
Fuck your night sky.
Fuck your night sky. I'm an introvert.
There's a lot of comfort up here, and access to the finer parts of life that can come from other cities.
I just go to these. I mean, I have fun in the strip.
I'm glad you do.
Get to build stuff.
What do you build?
Oh, fuck. I was gonna say prosthetics, and I was like, shit, we're not allowed to talk about that. We just like experimenting. What? Shows. We just like experimenting. I mean, we'll take whatever we can get.
That's nice. Are you, do you work at all with the Isaac brothers?
Yeah, no, I work in their shop.
It's nice to hear. Are they doing well?
Yeah, they're doing great.
It's good to hear. I know they've done a lot for the city.
What am I supposed to say?
If you want one, you can push small.
No! You scare me. The last time I went alone with you somewhere, it turned out horrible. I hope your child doesn't get kidnapped.
He meant it.
It's scary.
She knew what he meant.
No, she did not.
Gotta think about context.
I don't know. Any fun things happening up here, though? I mean, I know, like, Genevieve, the whole thing with that. I mean, we're gonna figure that out.
Well, I had some fencing lessons this morning, which were rather fun.
We stopped at bar brawl.
Oh, you stopped at bar brawl. That's
Yeah, I did.
very impressive. Perhaps we could spar sometime, and I could show you a thing or two, you could show me a thing or two.
Maybe. I mean, I don't really like fence though.
I'm trained in a variety of sword plays.
We're allowed to bring our weapons.
Including crawling over the side of a bar.
I call it the wall.
I hope we were allowed to bring weapons because I just pulled up a dagger in front of a very important person.
This dragon.
It was like, I think these people are also powerful in a way, so I don't think they're,
Everyone in this, a lot of people in this room are good at that.
We're also very outnumbered, so
Yeah. There are also guards in the room.
That's fair. Good to know. What are you supposed to say to this man? Well, how do you talk to him?
How are you?
How? I already said that.
Shit.
You can't give me all material.
Ask him about his opinions on the
So how are you? So what are your political opinions? I'm just gonna fucking send it.
Yeah.
So what are your opinions on the strip?
What are my opinions on the strip?
Yeah, everyone seems to be talking about politics anyway.
I mean, I can't say that I'm not concerned about some things that I've recently found out have been going on down there, but overall, I mean, if you're asking about my opinion of the people, I have no ill will towards them.
That's fair. About what? What are you concerned about? I'm kind of like there all the time, so.
Just some of the product from my company has been going missing. And I have reason to believe that has been supported by several individuals in a ring of sorts trying to take product away that is rightfully my company's.
What do you sell?
Valerian.
Not him talking to the person who buys the most of the illegal. Yeah. So I'm sure it's kind of concerning sometimes, I mean, this is kind of how life is down there, I guess.
I guess that is how it is down there.
Cultural differences. Cultural differences. I mean, listen, look, at least every time we go down there, at least one thing will be taken. Then it's okay. That's how it goes.
It doesn't necessarily sound like a safe environment.
It's not like unsafe.
You just said every time you go down there, you're guaranteed to have at least one thing stolen from you?
Yeah.
So crime is pretty rampant?
No, not really.
That seems like a high probability of crime happening to you,
If you know
though.
who to ask. I'm not gonna say who. It's like a fun little adventure.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. Who knows? Not me.
What are your political opinions on the strip, Mrs. Zaradoff?
I think it's certainly different. And I think it may seem like chaos to people who don't want to be there. But I think for some people it could be freeing, in a way. I mean, nobody has to live there, A lot of people choose to. And I think it's... I choose to live there. I don't have to stay there. I could get out if I wanted, but... I don't know. The people there, everybody's very close. Even if it is, like... as you say, rampant in some way, but, like... there's not a lot of, like, violent crimes going on.
Well, we unfortunately don't have those numbers because our guards have all sort of been shunted out.
I mean, listen, everybody down there has their little quirks. They're not desirable people per se. When it comes to, like, you're not really gonna find, like, a businessman down there, right? But I think everybody is interesting in their own ways. And we all have our quirks, and I think it's okay. It may not be what people, like, maybe you wouldn't find it ideal. You'd probably not like it. You probably wouldn't want to live down there. That's probably not what you're used to.
I don't.
But, like, I think the people down there are very kind. I went down there recently, and I struggled a lot, but then people were very nice to me, so I appreciated it.
Well, I'm glad that you had a good experience down there.
I did. They're all very accommodating.
Everybody go ahead and make another perception check.
This is the worst person I could have possibly done, too. I regret my decision. Fuck me. Insight with a 9.
15.
It's perception.
Perception with a 9.
5.
5. What did you get, Percy?
15.
23.
Those are my good dice, too. You deserved it, though, after all those shit rolls. You deserved 1 win.
Give me 1 win.
You deserved it.
9.
No, we've
Lovely.
got 9s over here.
Well, everybody who got above a 6 has noticed that Ray Farron has now moved from Senator Yomble to Senator Moore, the other one that was not on the list, and has begun talking to them as well.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
I want to say one thing. I can invite you to the Broken Bottle sometimes if you'd like. I'm best friends with the guy.
Is that in the strip?
Yeah. I get free drinks there. Because I'm kind of like the,
Mhm.
I kind of like guard it a bit, you know? I keep things like, you know, everybody's gotta be nice there.
Is it,
Because that's how James likes
is
it.
it-
He likes everything calm, so I
James again? James?
What's his name?
Thomas. How many times? How many times?
I've called him James since the very beginning, too.
Is it safe?
I'm gonna start calling him Thomas again. That's how this works. I'm never gonna get it right.
Is it safe?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the one who guards it. He has like, he's so cool because he can like see, he can sense everything going on in the bar at once. And so he's like, go to the second level, and I'm like, yes. And then I go there and take care of it.
Well, I will think about your offer.
Also, he just had some cool stuff imported from Sprigboro by me while I was there.
That's very nice. Sprigboro has some very good crops for the distillation of alcohol.
Yes. It'd be fun. Plus, if you're traveling with this group, because we'd probably all be together anyways, you'd be fine.
Oh, are you all a group?
Yeah, we all like travel together
Oh,
right now. Because we were all hired by, you know, Genevieve.
oh yes, that is correct.
So we're kind of like all figuring that out right now.
Yes.
So you
Have
have
you
together group.
gotten any news on that front?
I mean, yeah. We got some. Yeah.
Glad to hear that you're some steps closer to relocating her. I know her older sister has been upset at her absence.
Can I insight that feeling?
Yeah.
So I feel like I don't know if they like each other or not. I got a nat 20.
Upset's not the best word to describe,
What is that word?
but
Give me that word.
you get the sense from him that his sister, that her older sister might be like concerned, but there's also a lot of anger there, and you can see that reflected in how he's talking.
They don't really like each other, do they?
They're sisters.
I don't have any siblings. I don't really know how to get those.
It's a complicated relationship.
So. It's fair, I guess. But I don't know. Is it like political stuff? Why they don't like each other?
To a degree. It's, her sister, my wife, tried to help her marry into our family as well, you know, just to raise her socio-political status, and she didn't want to, and
Guess what?
my wife didn't take kindly to her offer being rejected, but also Fiona is her own woman and she can do what she wants.
You know,
I'm impartial to the situation.
yeah, that's fair. She doesn't have to if she doesn't want to. I get it. Yeah. It doesn't sound that complicated, I guess. I don't know. Just a little spat, you know, something a little spat.
Yeah.
Just a little spat.
Family stuff is always complicated, though.
But we should arrange something. You can come down. I know most people down there. Not every, I don't know, that's kind of crazy to know everybody, but I know a lot of people down there. It's a fun time.
Well, as I said before, I will contemplate your offer, and I appreciate the gesture.
I don't know. I mean, like, personal thing, I'm not like all political knowing. That's just not me.
Right.
But, you know, if you're going to make a decision about something, you might as well have all the facts about it.
The decision about what?
Just what's going on in the strip.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I don't have.
And you take a peek and you're like, this is disgusting. You never go back, you know.
Well,
But you can at least say you tried.
I could.
No one can fault you for that.
Nobody could. If you are referring to what was being said by my fellow chair member about immediately wanting to push a large guard presence into there, that is not necessarily something that I deem necessary at the current moment.
That's cool. That's cool.
He'll sort of nod a little bit before being like, is there anything else you would like to talk about? I've heard that the crab legs are very delicious tonight, if you haven't tried them yet.
What's a crab?
It is a form of crustacean. It has...
What is a crustacean?
Just try it.
I discovered what oranges were on my trip to Springboro.
Oh, that's lovely. Oranges are very delicious.
They are. I traded them for a figurine. It was great.
What kind of figurine?
This one.
Oh, that's very well crafted.
I just carried it around with me.
Where did you get it?
It was like a traveling. It was a traveling. I'm trying to say merchant, but I kept saying market. I was almost in mercenary as well. I was like a traveling market too. Yeah, it's like a traveling little like guy, you know. Like he had a little booth set up, and I was like, "Hey, yo, I got oranges. You want? Can I have one of those?" And he's like, "Sure."
Go ahead and make a deception check.
No!
With advantage because you're not completely telling a lie.
I'm so scared. What's my deception today? Oh, +7. I'm fine. Okay. I'm struggling. 21.
Oh. Well, sounds like a very interesting story.
I only tell truths.
It is extremely well crafted. Don't know what kind of wood that is though, but
Me neither.
So-
I don't see a lot of wood.
are you from this trip, did you say?
I wasn't born there.
Oh, where were you born?
It's a good question.
Ominous.
You know, I had like a little accident beforehand, and some people from the strip found me, so you know.
Oh, you have like amnesia about
Yeah.
Oh, well,
So-
my apologies for prying.
They're kind of like the only family I kind of have, so you know how that goes.
Your faith in them makes sense then.
It does, because they didn't have to be nice to me. They could have just left me there, but they did not. They did not do that.
Everybody can go ahead and make a round of perception checks again.
Here we go again.
Okay. Anybody else want to talk? I'm
Start
tired.
off, you can with advantage.
Oh, yeah. I hate my life.
16 plus 8.
22 again.
With advantage, I got an 11.
7.
Oh.
Round. All of you guys see that Vamir then goes on from Naral, more the half-orc lady, because there's two half-orcs on the council. There's a half-orc male and a half-orc female. That he then heads on from her to Nuos Vinkara, the individual that Saradoth is talking to. So you guys clock that he walks up to him. Saradoth, you do hear him whisper in Vinkara's ear, saying that he thinks that they should postpone the pushing of the guards into the strip.
I'm very excited. We did it! Without killing people! Yay!
You do gather from what little that you can hear that it is not necessarily permanent, but that Vamir recommends that they at least wait a few more days to gather some more information before going in, because it might not necessarily be safe to put their guards down there right now.
Why? Why? You know what we should do? We should like set up meetings with dolls and we just like take one of the council members as like a little tour.
I thought you meant take us and kidnap us.
Saradoth, specifically, you can make an insight check if you would like to on that, though.
I'm so scared. Insight?
Yeah.
16.
16. You get that he is being genuine about talking to him about delaying the guard push in, but the reasoning that he gave was not the true reasoning.
What was his reasoning?
His reasoning is that it wouldn't be safe to send guards down there right now.
Okay.
I meant to ask this earlier, but after I noticed that he was talking to the different council members, when he was talking to the orc lady, I was kind of willing to send Tiny over to try to figure out what he would say.
Yeah. You can totally just do that, and Tiny would have rewarded back to you the same information.
Okay, so he's saying the same thing to all of them?
Yeah, is that they should delay sending guards down.
Okay, and the same reason?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who else is charismatic?
I think I have to go talk to that guy.
I'm drunk.
I'm so scared to talk to the host of the party.
Well, she's talking to him right now.
Oh, is that the host?
Yeah!
I could just slide out to Sarah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you were talking to.
You please save me. I was trying to get you to save me.
You were talking to Lady Genevieve's
guy. I was
brother.
like,
I am.
You are. There's two elves.
Yeah,
Two elves, two
true.
half orcs, and then a person of a race you do not know.
Shelby
She
never
is
knows what's
masked.
going on.
You can just slide up to Sarah.
Yeah, please save me.
Alright. Do you want to introduce me to your friend?
You've already been introduced.
Yeah, but like officially.
Like a
I've
friend.
officially been introduced.
This is going great.
On a personal level.
New elf is Finkara. It's very nice to meet you, and he'll offer out a hand.
Delphinium.
It's very nice
Just
to
trying
meet
to
you,
make yourself sound fancy.
Don't. You can now. I'm scared when it's just you and me, though.
Have a last.
Hello.
My name's Walnut Snowdrop.
We were introduced earlier.
Do you like my is that your dress?
Yes, it's very nice. I like the color.
I usually just wear Tuesday, but my friends told me that I have to wear my clothes because it's inappropriate to go out with a
Because it is.
It is generally socially frowned upon to go outside without
But why?
garments.
No.
I am not
I
necessarily
also
equipped
just
to answer
confirmed
that
that I
question.
have amnesia, so no, I don't have. I'm so sorry.
What were you guys talking about?
I just wanted to compliment him on his jacket. I like your design.
Thank you
Do
very
you work
much.
with designers or?
Yes, I actually had this specifically hand stitched with a tale of an old fairy tale.
Oh. Could you tell me about the fairy tale?
Yeah. Fairy tale was that there was a specific group of creatures called Umbragrifics. They were shapeshifters of the highest caliber with powers rivaling that of the Archfey, who would travel across the world seeing all there is to see and telling tales to the other worlds of what lies beyond. Back before the magic to transverse the barrier between worlds was available to most people.
So they're not real.
I like to believe that they are.
That's cool. Have you had any experiences, or are they
No.
important to your family or anything?
Don't have anything.
I'm saying I'm
Delphi wants to roll another perception check. Is he telling the truth?
So that would be specifically insight.
Insight. Okay, I'll do insight.
Can I insight because I'm here?
Yeah.
Even though I know nothing about
No,
this.
I'm from another world.
7.
Why did I get?
I
Can
don't
I
think
just
so.
be watching them in the distance?
Oh wait, just kidding. That's a 9. I got a 10 actually.
I got a 21.
21?
No wait, insight? No, 16.
Oh shit! I'm +5. Just kidding. I got 9, so I got a
Right.
16.
Both of you guys think he's telling the truth. That it doesn't necessarily have any interaction with it, but it's just sort of heard of the story. I just thought it was a very eloquent tale.
That sounds cool. Because we were just talking about planning a trip to go on, maybe to go on this trip if you ever got the one day, but we would all like be there, you know, obviously. But like, I think it'd be fun. Go to the Broken Bottle.
There was a fight there. She crawled up the wall.
I did crawl up the wall.
Like a spider.
Impressive. Is that like a magical thing, or are you just extremely dexterous in climbing things?
Well, I have these. I'm gonna take out my sickles with the chains on them. So like I just, like I'm climbing a mountain.
It's very efficient.
It is. But like I've done it so much, there's kind of like handholds in the walls at this point, so I can just kind of like I don't need to do it as much anymore. And kind of like because I'm trying to like keep it safe in there, so I'm kind of. It's better to be scary to the person you're trying to get out of the bar.
I guess that makes sense if you are a protector. I will also say on your insight check, you definitely get the vibes of the fact that New Elvis is very much being cordial this is, as I stated before, a very high society gathering place, so everybody seems to be playing their cards close to their chest, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not a whole lot of... You get the sense that there's not a whole lot of people in this room lying to each other or being like flat out deceitful, but there's always this air of expectation that lays over the room that is seemingly infecting everybody except the 5 of you who don't necessarily regularly visit these circles. So there is a certain, as you said, like cordialness and being nice and kindness that is occupying this space with all of these people who have influence and power. It is that feeling of you don't want to make an enemy when you don't have to. So everybody in this room, rather than making those disagreements face to face, choose to be nice to each other in these gatherings.
Hello, folks. This is Morgan, the GM for the Butterfly of Fortune podcast. If you're a returning listener, I hope that you're enjoying the show up to this point. And if this is your first time with us, welcome to our story. In the description below, you can find links to our social media and credits for the artists that have contributed to this project. If you haven't watched the previous episodes, you can watch them all in chronological order in our channel playlist, Act 1, A City Divided. You can also find a link to our Discord down below, where you can chat with the cast, share art, and even suggest names for future episodes. You know, it's nice getting to see a glimpse of some of the characters' pasts. It can be startling, though, to have such memories rapidly brought to the forefront of your mind just from hearing a simple tune or seeing a certain object. It reminds me of this old bookshop I went to this one time, actually. The shelves were covered in dust, and I swear the old man behind the counter hadn't moved a muscle since I entered the door. But there was that book, sitting on the shelf. What was it called again?
I think the most appropriate way to start this would be everybody make an insight check.
Well, that was
No.
I don't want to, Morgan.
Everybody's like, we want to roll, and then when you make them roll, they're like, we don't want to roll.
16.
Oh, insight.
Oh. 8.
5.
Wait.
What is 18 plus 5?
Good enough.
23.
23.
Yeah.
Oh, I got 17.
Cool. So you three, Percy, Delphi, and Algol, begin to notice a bit of a snowball effect going on here. You see that Algol had talked to Vamir. You see Vamir then go on talking to Noelvis and Paldiri, and then you begin to see them branching off, going to talk to some other nobles, who talk to nobles, who talk to nobles, and you can see that the energy in the room has shifted a bit. Not necessarily in any positive or negative direction, but there is a buzz of interest as things begin to change before everybody's eyes.
I don't think we did anything. I think we made it worse. I don't know.
What did you do?
I don't know.
Oh no.
A really awkward conversation.
Oh, I was talking to baby girl over there. Oh, yeah, I was talking. Did you see over there, baby girl? Yeah, kind of put him in his place.
Not baby girl.
He's very baby girl coded.
Drunk.
I am also.
Honestly, I think you should call him that to his face.
Red.
Is it like girl with an I or a U? Like girl or
Oh,
Baby girl.
baby girl.
Okay, where's everyone else? Hi. Did you guys see the conversation I had with this person? Should I be worried? Should I
were
be-
with me.
was I there?
Oh, that mess that happened last session.
Oh.
Walnut was line dancing. While this
It was the conversation in which Delphi reintroduced herself to Nuovus for like the 3rd time.
Delphi, did you see what Cyril said to this?
I didn't notice anything.
Bad? Anything bad happened? Should I be apologizing to someone right now?
I think it's
Okay.
You don't apologize for me. I apologize for me, which is never.
Anyways.
Saradoth coded.
Very Cyril coded. Okay, well, I don't know what I should do anymore. You know what? I just want to drink.
What are you doing?
Don't
Girl,
come.
please.
Give me another!
Give me another. It's them.
Gotta smash the glass before you ask for another.
Oh, that's true. Do you think they would look badly at me if I smashed a glass in a ballroom?
yes.
Honestly, just for the meme, I kind of do want to see Walnut talk to one of the nobles.
Okay, Walnut's gonna talk to a noble.
Just for the meme.
Which one?
Who's in there?
So, like I said, there is.
Talk to the weird religious lady.
I'm gonna talk to the weird
All this conversation, you're like, let me convert you. What does that mean?
Okay.
It's pretty easy to pick out Pale the Ariavana in the group as, like I said in the last session, a lot of people are dressed in very fancy gowns and suits and just various states of elaborate dress. But Pale Deary is the only person who seems to have not followed this trend. She is still wearing nice clothes, but it is a very white silken cloak with a
So not a
pattern.
nun outfit.
Not a nun outfit.
Okay.
But a pale golden sun on the back and a golden and white lace mask that covers the top half of her face. She's very much standing off to the side, not interacting with a lot of people right now. You're more than welcome to approach her.
Hello. Why do you look like that?
Oh god.
Why do I look like what?
Like that? You're not dressed like anyone else.
Well,
Are you
I'm
religious?
specific. Can't say that I am.
Oh. How's your day?
This was a day.
My friend got really drunk. That was fun.
There's a lot of people here that are very intoxicated.
Are you intoxicated?
Cannot say that I am.
I'm trying to get better at socializing.
Oh, well, you're doing an alright job right now.
Just alright? How can I get better?
You don't think that is something within my wheelhouse to be able to
Okay.
direct you on?
So are you also rich like everyone else in this room? Because I'm not.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I got invited.
Well, it is my understanding that Nuovus felt bad as the proceedings of the court hearing earlier today, so he wanted to invite you all as a gesture of good faith.
Okay, that was a bad decision.
How so?
I get anxious at parties.
It's okay. There are a lot of people that get anxious.
My friend Percy called you the weird religious lady.
Oh no! Percy did not say that!
Great guy.
This,
Percy said that!
this scary cult lady.
So funny.
How are you enjoying the party so far?
I think that it's great. I went line dancing. I drank a vodka on the walnuts, and then another vodka on the walnuts, and then another vodka on the walnuts.
Never heard of that drink combo.
It's vodka on top of walnuts.
I have gathered that from the name,
Okay.
but thank you for the
Because when I first heard of it, I thought it was walnut flavored vodka on top of ice.
I'm sure there's some walnut infused vodka.
My name is Walnut.
Pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Walnut.
Uh-huh.
Are you from the envoy from the Feywild?
Yes, how did you know?
Well, I've not necessarily seen a fairy as large as yourself, so I assume there must be something special about you.
Yeah, I got cursed. I was banned from the kingdom.
So not an envoy from the Feywild.
No.
Okay.
They hate me. My husband's dead.
Yes.
Seems like you're dealing with a lot tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I might recommend having a few more drinks.
Okay, do you want to get a vodka on the walnuts with me?
I recommend having a few more drinks.
Sure. And she'll walk with you to get a drink.
Oh.
You actually
Well, that's gonna give her a hug.
You just approach her and she's like, no, don't do that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're fine. Just don't.
I like hugs. Can I give you a fist bump instead? Can I wave at you instead?
You can wave.
Okay. Do I smell bad or something?
No, I'm just not one for physical touch.
That's fair. Sometimes people touch me and I want them to leave.
Huh? Oh no. That's so concerned.
Do we need to talk to somebody?
Do we need to make Martha eat something?
Well, I guess I can cheers to that. She'll raise up her glass. She just has a nice little blue tinted drink in her hand. She's like, well, not normally one for drinking, but I guess tonight is a special occasion, so. And as you toast and start sipping on your drinks, is there anybody else wanting to talk to anybody?
Who's missing?
I don't know who to talk to.
So like I said, there is all of the major members of the Courts of Silveros here, as long as just a bunch of other individual nobles. You know that there are some representatives of the Maximilia family here, a group from Reina, because each city has a major banking system called the Eminence Bank that's run by the Maximilia family, so there's always representatives in town for that. So they would definitely be here. And just generally any people of upper class that have been traveling from other places are probably here as well.
You guys want to talk to anybody? Do a history or a religion check on the weird lady?
Yeah, go for it.
The weird cult lady.
Is there one I should roll? Never mind, I got a natural one. I'm not even
Her
gonna...
cloak looks oddly familiar.
Can Walnut do a perception?
You think that the symbol on the back just might be related to the sun.
She might be related to the painting we have that has a broken sun on it.
Walnut made friends with her.
Have I seen the painting?
Have you guys shared the painting with them?
Yes. Well, that says we have.
Yeah. So you would have seen a representation, not super detailed painting, but with qualities fine enough to be able to identify the five of you standing in the streets of Reina looking up at a sun that is bisected by a shadowy fracture. And they, I'm assuming if you guys showed it to her, you would have explained sort of where you got it. They got it from a little baker woman in the last town they went to, where she said she had a dream and painted it for them.
I thought her child painted it.
No, the child had drawn the runes that he saw in the bear cave, and that's what led you guys to the temple. But she was the one who actually painted the painting.
She was a gnome, right?
Yeah, Kara Wynn.
Why is that important?
I don't remember names. I remember species.
Any of the like nobility in here? You probably would have interacted with some of them at some point, but it would like primarily be the individuals from the Dracanic court because they're over external affairs. So if you ended up coming in at all, you would be talking to them. I would say a few minutes after conversating with you, Pale Deary would sort of politely exit your conversation.
No! We're not
And-
holding hands right now.
She actually goes up to Vamir and pulls him aside into a back room for a second.
Which one's
Pull
Vamir?
me?
Vamir
Oh.
is the short white-haired elf.
Baby girl.
Algol. Now known as Baby Girl.
I mean, he is very good.
Did she hold hands with Walnut before she left?
No, she did not.
That was my goal.
Did you offer to hold hands with her? And she just straight up refused?
Well, she didn't want to hug, so I assumed she wouldn't want to hold hands.
Well, I mean, I feel like holding hands is like...
If I roll a nat 20, can I hold hands with a real religious lady?
No, because it's not something that she would do ever.
Can I make friends with her? I roll a 15. Can she enter my inner circle? Can I get her number as a friend?
I would say you
Platonic?
can make. Just go ahead and make a persuasion check,
Okay.
just to see of what her.
That was a 10.
Hold on.
You are charisma based, yeah. She warms up to you a little bit during the conversation.
I got her number.
Not at all what I said.
Platonically. We're like
Uh,
friends.
Yes, she pulls out her iPhone 13 Max and is like, here you go.
I got her address to send her letters.
Yeah, she definitely seemed like she was.
We fuck
Relaxing
with
a little
religious
bit.
lady. Heavy. Okay.
Do we?
It's like, that's a bold assumption after talking to her for like 5 minutes. But yeah, I would say all the rest of you probably clock that happening as well. Just that Pale Deary, after also being approached by a few other nobles, will then grab Vamir and then go back. Out of sight of the majority of them all.
Can I... I should do this guy. Should I inspire what they're saying?
Yes.
Or do you-
Yes.
Actually, let me check that before I go.
You're also drunk. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, you might want to see how drunk you are.
Maybe
before
Delphi
you...
should go with you.
Oh, maybe Delphi should. I have
What's
my
my
dexterity
dex?
is
My dex is a 4, and you just casually have invisibility.
You do?
Casually? I think you should use that.
Yeah, I feel like you should use that. I don't know. You should like
Where am I going?
to check on their conversation, kind of like hear what they're saying.
I can't just turn invisible like right now because I just suddenly vanish. That'd be weird in the middle of the room.
Duck behind a curtain.
No, I think they
You know
would
what
see
we
my
could do?
face.
You know what we could do? We could make Walnut do something to distract everyone and entertain everyone while you sneak out to try to like
Diversion.
Yeah.
Walnut
and I'm
version.
drunk, so I can make a distraction with Walnut over here, and and you two can go and check on what they're saying.
Hey, I can use that blinding beauty thing
Oh
if it comes down to it.
Drunk cat fight.
However I
Vomit.
use it.
Just do a little mommy.
I don't know if I want to do that.
A little
What if I?
mommy.
What does that mean?
Vomit.
No. Okay. I'll start
a mommy. I thought you said a mommy. A little mommy. I'm like,
a mommy.
we're gonna have a mommy moment?
We should start
what's
dancing.
happening?
Distract everyone.
It's just giving birth in the middle of the ball.
We can square.
Oh my god, my water broke!
Nobody looks pregnant at all.
We can pretend.
Walnut pregnant?
Someone.
Is Walnut pregnant?
Walnut is wearing a maternity dress from Amazon, so
That's true.
I can pretend to be a doctor.
And everyone knows that when you put on a maternity
You just instantly get.
We all just get pregnant. It's very odd.
Parents, so
That's. I can pretend. to be-
That's what you were basing that off of?
Okay, so like, are you gonna?
sorry, water.
Are you gonna say no? Well, we're gonna make
Are we just gonna act it out really badly, very poorly, and people will just like automatically?
Okay, I think we need to put a stop to this. These are like rich people we're trying to impress.
It's like, oh no!
We're trying to make them not.
Seradoth can just sneak out of the room and then turn invisible. Like, I don't think it's that
Could
big.
just go to the ladies' room and go.
Yeah, I'm like, it's such a crowded room that you could really just slip away for a second. Nobody would notice, and you're like, guys, fake pregnancy. I got it.
So, like, I would hide behind the curtain, but they would see my feet. I don't think anyone's looking for your feet behind a
I
curtain.
don't know. Maybe some people are into that. I don't know. Are you barefoot?
No.
Okay.
I am.
You are barefoot.
I am barefoot.
They're bare down there.
That's canon.
They're
Is
boring.
there...
Wonderful. So what's the plan?
Okay, I'm just gonna go slip away and turn invisible. I'm so sorry. I think the vomit would have been funny.
I'm not gonna vomit in front of all these
Projectile
people.
vomit.
Yeah, there's some like free access bathrooms for people to go to in this main dining area, so you can pretty easily slip in, just waiting to sort of follow behind somebody so that you don't have to open the door yourself. Slip in, go into a stall, go invisible, and then
I'll
follow
crawl
the
into
person
this
back out.
console big
Yeah. And then slip out behind the person after they had washed their hands and going out the door, and you are back in the main area.
So she was in there with him while they were going to the bathroom. That's what you're saying.
What?
No.
'Cause how
they
would this
went
work?
somewhere else.
They went
She
somewhere
to
else.
the
Seradoth
restroom.
went into the bathroom to turn invisible.
Oh, I heard.
Now I'm gonna go follow. This is a minor invisibility, though. Let's keep that in
So
mind.
go ahead and make an investigation check to see if you can figure out sort of which direction they went in the hallways throughout.
Can I intimidate the directions?
No.
Why not? Can I make a survival check? Damn it. Fine. 12.
12. 12 is fine.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Really?
It was not a very high DC.
I don't know.
Um,
I got scared.
But you walk through it, and it definitely takes, I would say, probably like 30 seconds to a minute of you walking back. Because there's not a lot of people back in these back alleys. It's mostly just servants and stuff walking through, taking care of the business around the house. Nobody's really talking, so when you hear a set of voices, it's pretty distinct, coming from a far like offshoot room, a few doors out of the main area where the little festivities are being held. And as you walk up, you catch sort of the tail end of a little bit of a scolding by Pale to Vamir. You hear her just saying, "So, would you like to explain to me again why the plan changed so suddenly?" You see Vamir sort of stumbles for a second. He's like, "Well, I was approached and I had my mind changed a little bit," and Pale snaps back sort of in the middle of Syndrome. You're like, "So, you're telling me you want to be part of the Soul Concordum, but you're gonna fold to every pretty woman who comes up to talk to you?" And there is several seconds of silence walking by.
I'm
As
gonna hide while I do this.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be stupid like last
Yeah.
time and stand in the open just in case they
Hello.
see me. Like, I'm also gonna hide it.
you're hearing this through a door.
I've learned my lesson. Oh, okay, there's a door.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that would
They're in a closed
You're
room.
right there.
Well, I'm invisible, so I just, in case they can see invisibility, I'm gonna try and still be stealthy about this. I'm not gonna.
You hear
Oh, God.
Vamir respond, just being like, "That is not the reason why her argument got to me. She did make some fair points. I do think it is the best idea if we pull back." See Paldiri responds in kind, just being like, "Well, guess it is you who were the figurehead for this push, so if you choose to back up, there's nothing that I can do about it, but I would highly recommend against it. As you know, your parents won't be very happy about you making this kind of decision without informing them first."
Not my friend.
And
I see your friend doesn't
Looking at that parent card.
Who are these two? I don't know who I follow.
so this was Vamir Rayfarin, the short, white-haired elfin man, who was the original person who talked to Nuovus about not sending guards to help you guys out because they were going to be making that push down into the strip. And Pale Dairy, you guys don't know a whole lot about.
Oh, the gun.
Yeah.
Well, not.
Apparently not now.
But she looks like one.
She's not religious. She just told us herself.
So this conversation just sort of goes back and forth for a little bit of her sort of berating Famir for a while before she says, well, I know that you are young and you're the newest individual to come into the courts, but I know you're not stupid, so I know you need to think about this and think about the greater good of the people who serve underneath you. Am I clear? And Amir is like, yes, I understand. And Eldir clears up one last time. He's like, shall we return to the party?
Run away.
That was a very unveiled threat.
And
So we need to convince.
a few moments later, they open the door behind and will follow you back out to the main area of the party.
We go back into that stall and
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think
Oh, that was the plan.
What? Where have you been? I'm gonna walk up to Algol. Hey, so I think that guy's kind of fancy for you, just a little bit. Don't do loans. I think we should, for the greater good, just do some flirting, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Some flirting? Do you want me to?
I got 2 southern there.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. You convinced him to talk about calling off the cards.
Okay, but think about it. I scolded him to tell him, don't do this. I can't go now and say, maybe I was a little bit harsh on you because then he's going to be like, okay.
I know, but we can flirt from a distance.
Can I turn around and see where this man is and just like kind of like do him a bit
Are
away?
you like yelling across the room?
No. I'm not gonna yell. I'm just gonna look at him and be like, can I kind of do like a little like, you know? And then I look back to you and I'm like, so like, why do I need to flirt with this man if we got what we needed to do?
Well, because we need to, because they could change their mind in any moment, so we need to, we need to,
Okay, well,
we need to go convince Pelgiri.
I don't know if I'm in a position to talk to them.
You talk. I'm gonna put it across the room, just you did.
Walnut can hear you, so he's just waving. Walnut's walking up to you, stumbling a little bit.
Stumbling? Are you? Oh no, I don't think that's a good idea.
Hello!
What did Pelgiri say to you?
Well, I tried to get her to hold my hand, and she wouldn't. And she said that I'm doing an okay job at socializing, and she's not a weird religious lady.
Oh, she's not?
She's not. But she does really like the sun for some reason.
She's involved. Why does she live down here?
She's very nice. I can introduce you guys. Hey, what's her name?
Pale Ivana.
Palir Ivana!
I thought it was Pelgiri.
Pale Theory. It is. Autumn just misheard.
Just call her Ivana.
I said the wrong thing.
Okay.
Did you just shout that across the room? Was that what Walnut was doing?
I don't know if I should be
You see it
here.
definitely catches the attention. Pale Theory and Vamir had just re-entered into the ballroom area. You clock that Vamir's face is slightly a little bit red. But very much trying to maintain a neutral expression. As you shout, hey, incorrect version of Pale Theory. You say that because she is wearing a mask, so you can't see where her eyes are going. But you definitely see the angle of her head goes towards you, and then just tilts to the side a little bit. As she leans over and says something to Vamir, and then will detach and start making her way over to you.
Hi, these are my friends if you want to meet them. This is Algol and
She's already here. It's already here.
This is Sarah.
Hi.
Are you Sarah?
Are you guys with
I don't
them?
know where I
Are you?
am.
Where are you guys? Also, are you guys?
We can all be together.
Can we be together?
We can all be here.
Okay.
We're all in our
It's up to
little
you
room.
guys. I assumed you guys would probably be sticking pretty close together given the circumstance.
and this is Delphi. She likes to go barefoot. And this is Percy.
Can I?
Percy's grown several times.
It's a pleasure to meet you all. I believe your lovely friend,
Yes.
who I've had the pleasure of meeting the acquaintance of, has had a few too many drinks.
Who?
Your
Oh,
very friendly.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't realize she was talking to us. I thought she was talking to Walnut.
Nope.
He's fine. I'm just gonna drop a few walnuts in Walnut's hand.
He's like a pet. Give him some treats.
I like walnuts.
Did
Do you want to hang out sometime?
I want to hang like
Please.
I don't what?
what?
You
do
can say no.
Just kidding.
No.
Okay.
I am a very busy woman. I have a lot of things to do, and I don't have necessarily a lot of free time. And then when I go home, I have things to take care of as far as my family's business.
Does it have to do with the sun that's on your back?
It doesn't have to. I mean, in part, yes. I mean, it is a symbol of my family.
Really like the sun, right? One time we saw a painting of a sun that was precious.
Can I just like Walnut screaming?
Yeah.
Can I step on Walnut's foot so that
Wow,
so
that's
he
a
doesn't finish the
beautiful
quote?
Sunday attack. What family are you from?
I'm from the Ivana family.
I'm gonna shove a walnut in your mouth. Just
The Avada family?
Yes, the
Where
Avada
does
family.
where does that come from? Where
Comes from here.
Oh, from here? Wow. That's really
I've
interesting.
been here since the beginning of, civilization after the collapse.
What? It's a very long time.
I have a very old family.
Are you old?
I don't think that's necessarily an appropriate question to ask an old woman.
Oh, so you are old.
I'm giving you
I'm
another
sure.
one. I'm giving you another one.
We're gonna step on Walnut's foot. Like, you can't be
I'm
saying
so
this
scared
stuff.
right now.
We're so dead, guys. We're so dead.
Your friend is rather blunt.
Walnut does not understand social cues.
I appreciate it. At least you know he's straightforward.
So, how long are all of this?
Oh god.
Oh, we just came to visit for a couple of days.
So I live here.
So,
I also live here.
we're staying right now. We're not gonna stay here for a long time because she just asked us how long would you guys be staying.
I live
we
in
don't
a coffee
know
shop.
we don't know how long we're
You live
going
in
to
a
stay
coffee
here.
shop?
Yes.
Hopefully not.
You don't live in the coffee shop. You
I
have
work in a coffee shop.
Yeah, you do work at a coffee shop. You said you're only staying for a few days.
You work at a hospital.
We're not sure. We have some business to take care of and we're not sure how long that will take us.
Understandable.
We are also very busy and important.
Yes.
It's very complex.
If you weren't important, you wouldn't be here. But I wish you the best of luck in finding your employer, Percival. I know
you.
that can be stressful when individuals go missing.
That sounded vaguely threatening.
It wasn't meant to be. Sorry if it did. I'm
One
just saying
time our friend Saradoth went missing.
They found me in a hole.
Are you Saradoth? How did you end up in a hole?
Yeah. She ended up in a hole. This is a very important.
Someone was stealing people and she tried to find them and ended up
I was also
getting stuck
kidnapped.
with them.
But like, they didn't know I was there, so I was like, they didn't even kidnap me. I just got stuck there.
Kidnapped herself.
I kind of did. I just ended up in the prison by accident, and they closed the door on me, and I was just there.
That is a very impressive feat. I've never
Can
heard of
Percy-
anybody who's kidnapped themselves.
I know.
Percy pick up like 4 of the champagne flutes and just
Yes. Absolutely.
I work really hard every day.
kidnapping yourself.
Well, if you ever need a tour of, the upper levels of Fissura, I have some servants. I'd be more than willing to spare to give you some tours if you would like.
Can we do one right now?
I thought she was gonna offer us a tour herself. Damn, servants.
I can offer you a tour of the strip myself.
I'm good, thank you.
Okay.
I would take you to Feywild if I wasn't banned.
I know you were talking about that earlier.
Well, how do you get banned from a realm?
I'm banned
pissed off
from the astral realm in a way.
What's the actual realm?
Astrology.
What's that?
No zodiac signs allowed.
I don't even see the sky most of the time. I don't know what that is.
Did you actually not say
Your outfit is quite beautiful. You must take over right in your comments.
Thank you very much. This is a family heirloom that has been passed down.
I don't have a family.
You don't even know how to respond to that.
Nope.
I know.
No response.
Do we know what their family is doing? Like, what are they in charge for? Why are they rich? Like their history?
I think you were asking.
No.
I would say your character and Percival could make a history check to see if you know what was up with the Ivana family.
Can I try and make a history check?
You have specifically said multiple times that you know fuck all about this city, so no.
What? 18.
I've tried on like 3 different occasions to be like, oh yeah, I think you would know something from being from the city, and you're like, no, I wouldn't know shit. I'm like,
Well,
okay.
every time I say I don't know is I roll and it's like a 2.
Yeah.
I think that pretty well reflects.
Do you think you would be well versed on what the different nobles' exploited situations are?
I've also been here for.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, I don't think you would. You two would.
I also
You
got a
gotta
nat 1 anyway,
I'm
so
also
it doesn't.
She also got a nat 1. I got an 18.
An 18? Yeah. So since you, one, do work for Lady Genevieve, you do have a bit more of an in-depth knowledge of the different business practices that are within the upper echelons of Fissura, you would know that the Ivana family is in a very odd place right now, where the sort of local history is that the Ivana family originally, right after the collapse, were very well known for the short period of time right after the Valerium crystals were found in the crack, because for them to be appropriately used, you had to have people who knew like very powerful enchantment magic and were able to actually imbue the Valerium crystals with certain magical effects, because as is in standard raw form, they're more of a power source than anything. But you can lay essentially layers of spells on top of those crystals, and the crystals can charge that spell indefinitely, which adds to permanent magical enchantments, which otherwise would be impossible. You would know that her family initially was specialized in enchantment magic, so very early on after the rebirth, after the collapse, her family was able to build up a large amount of wealth very quickly. But after sort of the general spellcasting knowledge has caught back up due to the advancements at Miriara and just the general arcane knowledge being improved over the past few centuries, that her family's aptitude for enchantment magic has definitely like dived down. And it's not necessarily the fact that they got worse at magic, it's just everybody else got better. So they were no longer a unique and sought out source for enchantment magic, sort of got diluted in the system. So her family was also able to like sort of purchase into the Valerium crystal mines, so she's still technically a noble status based off of that, but a lot of her work has been displaced and diluted to other places.
That's probably why she's so sensitive about what's going on.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to offer her something. Maybe like another business venture. Because I think that's what something that like her family can own. You know, if like this is the only thing they have left, they need something else. So they'd be she'd be less sensitive if she had something else to worry about.
So
Create a magic college in the crack.
We could do that. What if she did do that?
we could
I believe in her.
say the idea of like if you see
I'm
like,
sure
there's a
she's
lot
a
of
great
pressure
person.
from them, what you could do is open a school to educate the people, therefore making
In a little bit more of a charismatic way, you know?
Do they have schools in here?
I mean, there are some like general educational schools, but Miriara is currently the only, essentially think of like college level education as far as like magic goes specifically.
Is there like a big crime rate?
Yes!
Yeah.
Stage.
Well, specifically in the Strip. And the rest of Fissuran, it's actually pretty low.
And look, education level is low and crime rate is high.
Within the Strip, yes.
Should we talk to them?
It's up to you. I don't know shit. You two are the only ones who actually roll anything good, so we're over here with our nat ones, we're just
How do you feel about the younger generation?
About the younger generation, I believe that they're vitally important to the future of our nation and the Concord as a whole.
And you are aware that the education system is low over there right now. They don't have much opportunities as one would like, much for economical issues as well as, just not a lot of opportunities in places they could go to.
I mean, I am very intimately aware of that fact. Are you aware of the fact that every time we've tried to push resources down there, we've gotten pushed back out?
Well, I feel like that's because they don't seem like they're gaining anything from it and they're in fear of being attacked. So
From education?
No, just in general. In their eyes, I feel like you're making it seem like you're trying to take from them instead of giving from them. So maybe a way to make them, more open to the idea of being helped and open to the idea of you guys. Maybe what you guys could do is like enforce a school system down there to help the kids, get a higher educational system. Therefore, they get focused and more magical educational usage than, as the problem seems to be suggesting.
In their eyes, you are seen as nothing more than someone who takes away the resources they mine and shove them down there, and then try and put your own education system in place that educates them the way you want them to be educated. They have no other opinion of you because you have shown them no other way.
Well, what were you trying to teach them?
Just general business practice. We had a business school that we tried to open down there. We also had a slight agricultural school going on. I know it's a little bit difficult to do that down there, but we actually did some minor classes in enchantment magic on how to properly use Valerium crystals via some sunlight spells to grow some minor crops that grow in low light level, high humidity environments. We had foreign policy classes that people could take and try and learn and go to other areas of the nation to try and go and actually get out.
I don't think anybody in the Strip cares about that.
Also, what you could do is open, I don't know, some sort of scholarship and try to give them to the people that are less unfortunate so they could actually...
Well, we weren't charging for schools.
But the materials that are being used in such schools, it's something that they would have to get by themselves.
No, they were provided by the upper levels.
Get programs that they're interested in.
Like what?
Magic. Why don't you make a conference down there?
Or fashion.
And show that, bring someone of high authority so that they know that you're being serious about this. And that they don't think that they're about to get stepped on. But you need to make yourself seem more friendly towards them so they can actually cooperate with you.
Or exorcisms.
Have you asked them what they want to be educated on?
We had indeed sent some polls down there to ask some people what would be most well received, and they were met with unkind words in redirection up through the Vesper junctions.
Have you considered, instead of sending people from down here, working with people from instead of sending people from up here, working with people down there, and have them be the representatives for themselves?
Well, that hypothetically is the point of Muzaka coming up here so often is that he is supposed to be a liaison on behalf of the people of the Strip.
One person, do you think we should get more so they could actually feel like we're actually listening to them and he's not doing anything?
That is up to them. I mean, the Strip was in, well, I wouldn't necessarily call it a democracy, but Muzaka was a elected representative. It is up to them if they want to introduce more people into that group. We would be more than happy to meet with more than one individual. But from our perspective, there has been significant pushback on any aid that has been sent to that area, as well as a blatant refusal of our resources.
Bring an offering without expecting anything back.
Well, a lot of it is it's a pride thing.
Oh, you're from here. You could actually speak.
Why would you? It's the expectation that we constantly need your help. We don't need as much help as you think we do. It feels sort of shameful to be expected that you need help all the time, or it doesn't feel like we have anything to offer.
See,
but I think we do have a lot to offer.
Now I'm confused on what you're asking, because one of you is telling us that we should send resources and help to these people, and the other person is telling me that those resources are seen as handouts.
It's not saying that we don't need resources. It's that every time there is a resource sent, there's no back and forth. It just feels like it feels like an underlining shame of it.
A psychologist would say you've put them on the very bottom. You've literally put them on the very bottom of the hierarchical pyramid and given them no way to climb it.
Yeah, almost like.
I think they're just tired of being shamed for it.
So what would you suggest?
Understandable.
To give us the resources that we currently don't have, or to let you guys have a little bit more freedom, or like convenience?
I think it's the opportunity to give and take. To actually work together, not just an afterthought.
But that is what they're doing, the representative.
Working, actually creating a system to work together, not just... And, we probably don't have the best system.
The problem is there isn't really a give and take. Right now, the upper city is just taking and giving as they see fit, but they're just taking everything out of there. They give no opportunity for the people in the lower city to control their own resources and just take it out of them without them letting them have any control over it.
Mines, the entire Valerian mines, they have actually no political control over the Valerian mines.
Well, that's confused.
So give part of the mines to them so they can own that part of the mines as well.
That would be a very complicated business venture. I mean, it's not necessarily owned by the state, it's owned by a bunch of individual private business owners.
Well, you know what would be even better? If we set up engineering down in the Strip. Technology schools. Nobody knows Valerian better than people who live in the Strip.
I've heard you guys have gotten quite creative with your uses of it down there.
It's the only thing we have.
You make what you can. What gives you limits?
Well, based off of what you've said, I guess I could provide a compromise. Why don't we do this? Why don't, in 2 days' time, no, 3 days, just to give you guys extra time, just to make sure you can get all your ducks in a row. 3 days' time, we'll have a parlay. I'll come down there myself with Vamir and Zagu. We'll come meet with Sedalis and anybody else who is interested. Does that sound amenable to you?
And then we can hang out.
Yeah. Because I have a little bit of...
He's not going to stop
Because I've never been down to the Strip before.
A long time ago.
I think people just want to see people down there.
So that you can.
Is there a recommended peaceful place that you have in mind?
Please say what I think you can say.
I can set up the broken bottle.
Then that's how it shall be. The final question is, as I believe that as you have stated, it might be seen as poor form if we march down there with a large amount of guards to keep us safe. What do we have as far as guarantee that we will be safe when we go down there?
We will protect you.
So we could protect
We
you.
will escort you personally.
Well, I will spend the next few days trying to draw up some paperwork for that. And we shall parlay in 3 days' time.
Which elevator should we meet you at? There's 5 of them. That's very important.
The primary one in the middle. And you guys can go ahead and all make another insight check around the table.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
16.
16.
God damn.
16.
You want to do
21.
That's 2 nat ones in a row.
2 nat ones.
21.
Percy started off no. As
Well, it's actually a 6.
she
But
That's fitting. The people who were listening to the conversation.
but as she turns around, there's just this faint, almost exhale as she turns around that tips you off that she's definitely a little bit frustrated with this conversation as she is exiting.
bye, see you
And I
later.
say, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Likewise.
Isn't she so nice, guys?
She's so nice.
I will say all of you definitely do begin to notice that the party has begun to slow down a bit. There's definitely still a significant amount of people. I would say about 60% of the people that were here when you came are still here and partying it up, but a good chunk have started to make their leave for the night, as it is about like 10:30 p.m. at this point.
Let's go to bed. I'm tired. It's been a long ass day, guys.
It has been.
Didn't I arrive in the crack today?
Yeah.
Yeah, Percy's still hurt from their fight earlier
The
today.
past 5 sessions have been in the same day.
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
I am tired.
That's crazy.
I have known you for a day.
That's true?
Yeah.
What? That's crazy. Okay.
Welcome to D&D where time gets really fucky.
Your 2-year session, it's only been like 4 months.
Yeah.
Okay. EP time.
Yeah, it's eat time.
EP time.
Cool.
Wait,
So
I
are you
think I
guys
want to
making your
go-
way back to the Genevieve residence?
I'm so sorry. You go first.
Where's baby?
Famir? He's just out and about talking to various people.
I'm just gonna head out. I was gonna do something like I think
I mean,
it sounds
here's like you rolled a nat 1. If you want to go, if it's impulsive.
Oh no!
If it's impulsive.
No, wait, no. No.
You committed to the role.
I know. Commit. Okay.
Commit to the bit. Here's the once you committed to the role, you committed to the bit.
Okay. Guys. Where is he? He's just talking with people, and
He's
I'm
just
just gonna like interrupt one of his conversations and go and
Yeah.
kiss him and leave.
You are drunk.
He's just making rounds, going and talking to some people as they make
Wait
their
for
way
his
out.
in-between round.
Yeah.
There's definitely moments in which he's like by himself going in between.
Okay. I'm gonna wait for one of those moments. I'm gonna go up to wait, let me think. How do I do this smoothly? Because I'm drunk, but we should make it smooth about it, you know? A little tipsy walk, Jack Sparrow walk over the hill. Can I pretend to fall and then he can catch me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cute. So I'm gonna pretend that I'm tripping.
Yeah.
And then so that he can catch me. And then
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Definitely like grab him, just be like, whoa, you okay?
Yeah, I'm just gonna like grab him from here, and as I'm
Yeah.
pulling up, I like kiss him, and then I'm like, oh.
Just sits there, just face, blood red. He's just,
Me too, but.
glad you didn't fall.
Thank you. Thank you for catching me, hon. And then I can just leave.
And does everybody else want to, actually no, not even pretend. I was just saying, all the 4 of you just see this man just completely shell-shocked of being like, what just happened? And just straight up just staring, like, sort of like at the back of the head region, just as she's walking away, just like, did that really just happen?
Well, the rest of us in our group are like, yeah, that's my friend.
Get a girl.
But there's
Baby girl.
there's definitely a little bit of a smile at the end as he turns around and takes a walk away. Are all of you making your way to the Genevieve estate
Yes.
to take your nightly rest?
I suppose.
Wait, can I go home? I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at the elevator. But I wish to go home.
Listen.